You're looking a little young today, family, with the hat
It's
on.
the hat. Well, yeah, I just finished running, so I got this going on.
Okay,
Hence the hat.
makes sense. Cool, sweet, good to see everyone. Happy Saturday. All the
What's up?
hustlers
Yeah.
in here watching the stream on the Saturday. We're gonna do a little live sourcing action today. If you're watching this replay, you probably want to skip ahead a couple minutes. Basically, there's a bunch of Valentine's Day sales coming on. And yesterday we found a bunch of men's products on the Nike.com sale. And today I want to find some women's products on the Nike.com sale.
We used to do this a bunch. For everyone that's tuning in, if you go back probably like 2 months ago,
Yeah,
we'll
do a bunch more though. There just wasn't as much opportunity for manual. Now there is again.
But like, if you go back 2 months, you could find tens of hours of content, just like you'll see today. Of just like answering questions, watching Miles Source, a bunch of good stuff.
I'm gonna just get my glasses too.
Makes you more profitable. The glasses make sourcing more profitable.
Says my favorite Amazon guy. Appreciate it, family. Appreciate it. Good to see. So if any of you guys got any questions just prior to hopping into it, we're going to do a little bit of Q&A, and then we're going to also do some live sourcing so we can show you guys what the process of actually finding good products looks like, and then you can ask any questions as we're going to there in the chat. But yeah, good to see everyone in here. We've got 61 viewers already, 61 hustlers trying to grow their Amazon businesses. If you're really at square one and you're looking to get caught up to speed pretty quick on all the basics, I have 3 really good recommended free resources you should check out. Number 1 is going to be my free course, which you can find just going on YouTube and searching Flips for Miles free course. The second one is going to be in the description, which is the auto ungate ASIN list. That's going to give you a bunch of ASINs that you can get ungated in with no invoices needed today, even as a complete beginner for free, right? So there's a list of that. I would highly recommend checking those out as well, right? You can just go to the auto ungated. There's also an ungating tutorial down there. And then also the free live training that we're hosting on February 7th, which is going to be live. We're going to break down some like advanced sourcing stuff as well as a lot of good beginner strategies and some Q&A too. So I'd highly recommend getting registered for that as well. And then if you're interested in really just like unparalleled one-on-one access to me, you want to get around a community of people really serious about the stuff, all my coupons, tips, tricks, strategies that I don't share anywhere else, my mentorship program is down below as well. But yeah, I'm at the Dollar Tree doing sourcing. Any advice? Scan as many items as possible, and over time you're going to learn. I would also recommend going on YouTube and searching like Amazon FBA, Dollar Tree. Oh, you back, G-Body?
Yeah, I thought we lost you.
Oh, okay. I don't. Damn. All right. No one said in the chat. Okay. All right. Let me know who we lost in the chat. But I think we're both here, so we're gonna go. We'll get going here in a couple minutes. Finding some products.
And let us know what you're up to today. Are we sourcing? Are we just kicking it with the fam at home? Are we enjoying some sunlight? What are the Saturday afternoon vibes? It's 1:30 p.m. on the East Coast.
Good question, Jeff. 10 per ASIN and up to send through Prep Center? Of course. Doesn't running out of stock cause a penalty on earning buy box? No. That's a myth. And either way, if you don't have any stock of it, I know you don't care about getting buy box anyway on that specific product because you don't even have the chance to. If it says 1% but unknown sales, is that a bad thing? If the Kiva chart looks bad, yes. What shipping label printer should I buy? Yeah, Rollo or Polano? Yeah, Polono. It's like Polono.
Is that like the off-brand one that you found a couple months ago?
That's the cheap one, man. Yeah, and it's like, I hope it works. It does a shitload of good reviews, and a few people did recommend it too. But it's, substantially cheaper than the Rollo, so I think it makes sense.
Out of my element in OKC. What you doing at OKC, Street Matt? Cooking here?
Yeah, I think Matt's from SoCal. What are some good brands besides Nike that Amazon doesn't sell? Seems like Amazon sells on almost every other large popular brand. Matt, man, go on the Nike listings you're looking at and go and storefront stock the sellers that are selling those listings, and instantly in the next 5 minutes, you're going to know 50 plus other big reseller friendly brands that Amazon doesn't sell on, right? Because if people are selling Nike, they're resellers, so they're going to have other products in their storefront that are reseller friendly, aka big brands as well, man. So you can pretty instantly, be able to identify a bunch of those other ones here just in the next couple minutes. Visiting family, makes sense. Can I flip Lakers gear with NBA logo? If other people are selling it and you could find it profitably, yes. I'm going to say probably no.
I think a lot of that stuff is pretty heavy gated.
I think so, man. But I mean, you're not going to be like looking for random types of products anyway. You should be reverse sourcing to find items, in the first place.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's the thing that like
you're going to really run into that.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to like identify like products that you like and look for those profitable, right?
Yeah.
Let the data kind of dictate where you source. That's why Miles and I, especially in the videos like this with live sourcing, we just start at like a random, arbitrarily profitable product, right? Regardless of whether it is. And then from there, there's so many rabbit holes you can take, right? The 2 or 3, 5 competitive sellers you can learn from. That brand, you can dig deeper in that with Keep a Product Finder, right? Other variations could be profitable, right? Inside even just the competitive sellers on that product, again, assuming it's profitable and interesting and the things that we want to see, there's probably 200, 500, 1,000 interesting other products that are related. And that alone is going to dictate a lot of what you do. Then you find one more product and you reset the clock. You reset the cycle, new brand, new products, new variations, new sellers. And it pretty quickly evolves into something that's, I mean, there's just so much data.
Yep. Spot on right there. Would love to say gotta run. Yeah, well, the replay will be here. I find it extremely difficult finding products with TA. So we use SellerAmp and Keepa for sourcing. What we've also done from day one that's been really helpful is Garrett and I worked on this stuff pretty much like the first month we both started together. So finding other sellers to network and mastermind with is incredibly helpful too. And I think that's something a lot of you guys aren't doing enough. When sourcing, what retailers are best to avoid and not waste time due to them typically canceling orders? The cool thing is, man, basically no retailers cancel your first couple orders, right? Therefore, there's pretty much none to avoid because you're still learning, right? So I think it's a complete waste of time to worry about order cancels when you haven't already made a bunch of money with this stuff. A lot of people worry about order cancels that are never going to come in the first place.
Before they even happen, yeah.
For example, Jeff, like you could go and place 10 orders on Target today. They might cancel you, but they might not. But if you found a bunch of items, you still learned a bunch of good stuff. And you can get creative to get more of that inventory if you want to as well, right? Oh, yeah.
I was know what the sites are keying on, right? It's so arbitrary. Yeah. Like I tell a story a bunch. Miles and I, again, we've been doing this for 3.5 years. There's one site in particular that Miles has no issue ordering.
I made like 40K or 30K just in the rewards. Yeah.
No issues sourcing from. He could order as much as he wants, whenever he wants, as many quantities, as many orders, right? And I get canceled every time, right? Those sorts of things you don't necessarily know until you start to experiment. But it's not necessarily like Miles was saying, you run away after the first cancel. You experiment, right? Take it back to your 8th grade science project. Start to isolate every single variable that's in play. Billing address, shipping address. You can jig either one. I wouldn't mess with the billing address, but the shipping address you can start to jig. Different credit cards, PayPal, gift cards from the store. Call the customer service, have them place the order. Ask them why the orders are getting canceled. There's a lot of different aspects, a lot of different ways you can go about it. Using a VPN, ordering on your cell phone with no data, going to a library or something like that and ordering from their computers. There's lots of different ways to go about ordering. It's just a matter of how much of a demon you are with getting around them.
Facts.
Pete, how many miles today, big dog? I just finished up 14.
Huh?
I was asking Pete, he's in the chat, how many miles you ran today?
5.
You've been spoiled now. You're back home now. It's probably a little colder. Runs are going to be a little bit more uncomfortable. Sorry, what's good, Poppy? Carla, best. Oh, is that an offer count is amount of sellers? Yeah, but so it's an important distinction, though. Offer count doesn't necessarily mean your competition, right? If you stumble upon a listing that has 50 offers, right? Understand that you're not necessarily concerned with all 50. So whatever the specific price point is, call it $25 is where it's priced at. 10, 20, 30% of those offers, maybe even like 40 or 50% are going to be priced way too high to begin with, right? So you're really only competing and only concerned with the people that are priced competitively, priced under what your desired price is, right? So if your target price is $25 and there's, call it 10 people under that $25 mark, that's the part, those are the sellers that you really want to focus on. You don't care that there's 10, 15, 20 of the 50 sellers that are priced $10, $20 above that buy box, right? Those are kind of irrelevant sellers when it comes to like gaining that buy box share. Is it better to open a new case or always open a new case, close and reapply? Open a new case. The other thing that you want to, and this is probably more like wholesale related, the The other thing that you also kind of want to understand is like the differentiation, the delta between like the offer, the competitive sellers on the listing, and the sellers in the buy box, right? Something that's to me like a pretty big red flag, especially when I'm trying to go deeper on products, is if I see 10, 15 sellers competitively priced and only 6 of those have shown up in the buy box the past 30, 60 days, right? That's a concern, because if you have no reason to believe that if you price competitively, you're not going to get the buy box, that's something that is a big red flag in terms of like being able to go deeper on products. Again, that's why we test order when there's any sort of question like that.
If I cancel an order after buying shipping, will it affect ODR? Nope. Cool. All right, sweet. Let's get it. So Garrett's going to man the chat here. And let's hop in and see what we can do here.
How to spend $2,500 a day for 5 days spent plan. So first and foremost, you're in the right space, right? Because we're going to demo exactly how we source, exactly how we go about looking at this data. And over the next 10, 20, 30 minutes that Miles is sourcing, we'll probably be able to spend close to that $2,500.
Right. Yeah. It just depends on the quantities you would buy. And you're not, obviously, it makes no sense to purchase any of these. It's purely conceptual in terms of what good products look like and such. Right.
And the reason why we're here is the process orientation, right? Yep. Mimicking and adapt and taking the processes that we're showing and adapting it to your style of products, right? Whether it's clothing that you like, whether it's grocery, beauty products, tools, whatever it is, the processes are going to scale across however or whatever sorts of products you want to be looking for.
Cool. How do you close case? You click the close case button. Cool. All right, sweet. So we can see we can make a bunch of money literally just buying discounted products on big websites, Nike.com, for example. Today we can see they got this 25% off in the Nike app right here. So we're going to see what we can do in terms of tracking down some profitable products here as well. So what we're going to do, we'll take a look at like women's products and right here. So we can see, okay, there's 1,100 women or 1,043 women's products, right, that are here. Right. So now what we want to do is we know each of these items, we can see we have another, it says 20%, it's actually 25% because we check out an app as it says right there, right? We can see boom right here, right? So now we want to scroll through here and think to ourselves, okay, what could we see selling for double or more on Amazon? Because the way Amazon fees and such break down, that's what makes sense, right? It's like, for example, here we're paying like $17. I could see those at 35. Right. So we want to look for basic color products that we think are going to sell. And this is called manual sourcing, that we think are going to sell for double or more on Amazon. For sure, these guys here.
No, if you go back to, I was probably like 4 or 5 weeks ago, Miles actually did a cool video on his channel that he did live sourcing with AutoUngate products.
Yep,
I don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Auto. And the cool thing is, right, linked in the descriptions, the AutoUngate ASINs and the ungating tutorial if you want to be able to get this stuff ungated pretty quick here. Core Visions, I think those.
Do you remember what that video was called by any chance?
It's like if you search Philips Miles AutoUngate on YouTube, it'll pop up. Okay, so like $15 right here. Like I could see those at 30 plus, right? Like $14 right here. I could see those at 30 plus, right? So there's going to be good
conceptually, right? To jump in here, maybe, and this is where you start to really compound your efforts, right? But we look at those slides. Maybe they're not profitable now, but you see it's maybe a seasonal product. So in June, July, August, they spiked to 40, 45. That's a product where we can use SellerAmp to store that away in a sheet that's summer related products. Flip-flops probably aren't necessarily moving super, super fast now, but you don't want to have to duplicate your work. Miles finds a good product now, not necessarily this time we buy it, but we store it away. We can resort back in a particular month to buy it then.
Yep. So let's plug this in. Okay. So we want the Nike All-8. And the cool thing is, regardless of whether you see the correct item in here, which is looking like we're not, we're still seeing tons of fast-selling items we could go ahead and search for as well. Right. So like at the end of the day, like we're learning good products, we're learning good brands, right? Today specifically, we're focusing on the Nike.com sale here, right? So we're just copying these guys in and see what we can do. Okay. So we're paying like 38, take off 25%. So we're paying like $29. So if any of these are at like 60 plus, it's going to make sense. It's not looking like that's the case here. In terms of doing product research, all you need to do is use SellerAmp right here, which is our product research tool. You can get a free trial on selleramp.com. And then Keepa, which is like stock charts basically right here. You can see tutorials on both these on my channel. And if you're worried about getting ungated for stuff, there's an ungating tutorial down there too. Okay, so let's see. We want these black and white ones here. You have other colors too? Oh, okay, so we got gray as well here. Let's see. Okay, none of these black ones are hanging out. Yeah, they're going for like $40. So that absolutely doesn't work here.
Okay. And you'll start to really understand like now, so in the back of your head, if you look at these products enough, right, you start to develop different price markets. Right. So now those leggings, we know they're 40. So if you ever come across them, and this isn't going to happen in your first week, but if you ever come across them and there's a sale that's 22 or 25, right, you can put those, you know, 2 and 2 together, be like, oh, that'll probably work.
Oh, damn. I was going to say, dude, this totally would have been good if that was the same color, but it's got like the black, it's got the white swoosh, not the black swoosh. Damn, they don't have the all white ones either. Okay. And no all black ones either. Okay. So we want like gray with the black swoosh. Ooh, okay. Here we go. All right. Check this out. So we got these guys going. Now, these don't have a buy box here. However, they are 120. We can see that these do actually sell looking at the oscillation of the offer count here. So we're paying, let's see. So we're paying like $75 moving at 120. I have 5% sales tax factored in on SellerAmp, and SellerAmp takes into account estimated shipping cost as well. So we can see this is about $23 profit and a 31% ROI. However, this is a women's shoe. So while I typically like the 30% ROI criteria, we'd want to set our ROI criteria a little bit higher, excluding cash back, just due to this being a women's shoe right here. So this is unfortunately going to be a pass, although it's pretty damn close to being good here. So you want these guys in purple here.
Does doing clothes and shoes not yield you high returns?
Oh, of course it does. But you're making a bunch of money in the process and you're learning, right? And that if you have under 25, 50, 100 grand liquid cash as a human being, that should be the least of your worries, right? Because you're still making a ton of compounding regardless.
And your catalog just inherently is going to scale quick.
Yeah, and you
right. You find one color, one size of any of these, right? That if it's profitable, that could lead you to another size that works, another color that works, multiple sizes or colors that work. So you find one ASIN, it's not just stop dead, now you have to start over again. Well, you probably have 4 or 5 other sizes, colors, variations that work similarly. So now you found 5 products, right? And then that's going to really compound your efforts quickly.
Yeah. And as a beginner, right, these big brands come from so many different websites that it's so much easier to source than smaller beauty brands where you might have to compete with wholesalers, or it only comes from like one website. So you're screwed if that website doesn't have a deal going on today. So this item specifically, we can see this is nice and profitable considering we can pay $19. So we can pay about like $19 minus 25%. So we can pay like 14. It's very, very profitable on paper. Problem is the BSR here is 2.5 million. So that is way too high. So we're going to pass on that. However, yeah, basically we're just going to pass on that. We can see this other one.
Yeah, we're basically just going to pass on it.
Let's see. Oh, these guys are probably, let's see, Nike free. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, game.
Those are the personals. Those are the personals.
Literally, I'll wear them. I'll be wearing them pretty quickly here soon. Yeah, so 123 right here. So we can see this specific variation had no reviews, which I know worries some sellers, but we can see this item clearly does move here and our margins popping, considering we've been profitable here for a good amount of the last year. Take a look at the Kiva chart. Right.
And there's just never been more than 6-7 sellers on it, which is cool.
Yeah. Literally, and that was a year ago too. In the terms like the past like 9 months here, it's pretty much exclusively been below like 4. So we're paying 71, take out 25% right there. So yeah, here's first winner of the day. So $53 selling at 123. It's about $41 profit. That's not bad. And this other listing here caught my eye too. The volleyball shorts here. I believe these are on Nike.com as well here. Yes, check this out. So we're here at 17.
What does PL mean? It's just a useless SellerAmp feature that says it's under 3 sellers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So basically, if it says private label, it means it's low competition. But what you then want to do is, if it's like a Nike product, it's not going to be private label. If it does say private label and you're unfamiliar with the brand, you need to verify that the brand isn't the only one selling, which it could be. Although for Nike products, it's not going to be here. Okay, so let's see. So these are black extra small here. So let's see, black extra small at $39.99 here. And black extra small here. Let's see. Oh, boom. All right. Yeah. Winner. Check that out. So we got these at 28.97 here, right? And we take off 25%. It's multiplying by 0.75 here. We can see it's not quite good. However, products that are this light, that are low competition and FBM friendly, which we can see there, are really efficient to FBM. So if we scroll down here, we can plug in like probably like 450. Right, and this is pretty close. It's actually not quite good though. Right here, we can see.
But it's stable though, which okay.
Yeah, there has been buy box share higher too. Yeah, look at that.
Once you start to really understand how all the different factors of a product play into each other, maybe it's not the most profitable product, but again, you have the stability, so you have confidence in the market, low offer count, so low risk. Right? There's a lot of different aspects. Velocity, of course, is another one. There's a lot of different aspects that play into the picture rather than just profitability, rather than just velocity. It's how quickly can you acquire? It's ease of purchase, right? It's stability. How stable and confident are you in the previous market and the market to continue to stay in that position?
Yeah, and like this ski specifically, we can see it's totally trending down in competition. So the price is trending up. It's a little bit more of a temporary market. It does look FBM friendly here though, being that there's 6 FBA sellers, 3 FBM sellers. So what I now want to do is go to data and then buy box statistics right here and verify if it's FBM friendly, which we can see in this case that there is about 9% of the buy box share going to FBM sellers. Although we would probably have to FBA something like this. And we can see that over the last 30 days at $39.98 here, right, we can be profitable at that buy cost too. Right now, what I want to do is I want to go over to what's called cardbear.com here, and I want to see if we can get a discounted gift card that works here too. So if we go here and hit Cardbear, or sorry, type in here and put Nike, right now, right, we can see we're going to be able to purchase a discounted gift card here. It's going to be able to give us an additional discount. I'm going to put in about 4% because I can see that's about the average here that these others sites are offering here, although CardCookie is higher. More power to you if they're on there. So we can go in here and we can multiply that by 0.94. And now this becomes, in terms of the past month here, we got, a 40% plus chance here, right? 40% chance of being able to sell through at $8.50 profit a piece, 40% ROI with 10% cash back too, right? So that's like a good OA skew. And you guys see how the only reason the numbers on those worked was due to knowing how to navigate the coupon codes and shit, right? So we're getting in a little bit of a rhythm here, guys. Keep up the good work.
I made a sale today. I'm fine shipping the item today, but Amazon's demanding the delivered item by Monday. That cost me $42. How do I fix that for future purchases?
That's an incredibly good question. You want to edit your shipping templates and make sure you're charging a lot for expedited shipping. Right.
I mean, they're asking for like 1 day shipping. So
yeah. So they paid a ton. So what you want to do is basically just charge a lot for that, so that if a customer ever does purchase it, they're paying enough where it's justified for you to cover that. Okay. Let's see. We're damn close on this SKU. $20. Take off 0.75 right there. So yeah, pretty close here. Right. Not quite going to be good enough though, but definitely going to be a close SKU.
But Lewis, assuming you haven't done this more often, I would probably just cancel that one and keep it moving.
Yeah, well, you never want to. I mean, it's not a huge deal if you do, but if you're a beginner, you don't want to cancel orders. You want to buy shipping 1 ounce, one by one, and then refund it manually. That does not affect your metrics. It does cost you like $3 to do it. So you either buy shipping through Amazon at 1 ounce, one by one, or buy shipping on Pirate Ship here. Very intriguing item here. We can see very misleading here because the rank is high, but the Cupid chart totally suggests that this item is selling.
Yeah.
Isn't this interesting? Right. Yeah. And we can pick this up for very cheap.
Right, because the offers aren't going to drop like that if it's not moving.
Exactly. Right. So we can pick this guy up for 61, take off 25%. Right. 61, take off 25% here. So we're in here at like 45. Like this is very, very profitable. You got a ton of pricing power on this to undercut too, potentially. So something like this where the rank's high, but it really suggests this item's moving here. Like we can see. Yeah, and we can see this. I'm not a huge fan of the data offers tab, but it's not going to hurt to look at it. We can see the seller stock count has been dropping pretty consistently here. Like if I just found this on my own, I might test one of each of these, right? For these ones that are moving, because there's incredibly high profit on this. So we can see white metallic silver here. Yeah, look at that, man. White metallic silver. Boom. Life's good. Life's good. And dude, prior to this, I was placing like 25 orders on, speaking of people asking about order cancels, right? So I was placing orders at 12. I placed like 24 of them until the item sold out. It's pretty popping. Well,
yeah, Lewis, I probably wouldn't use Pirate Ship for this scenario because I mean, assuming they did buy 1 day shipping, they probably want it pretty quickly, and they're not going to be happy if it arrives late Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, so one cancel is not going to crush your account depending on the volume. But like Miles said, just buy the shipping, refund it, and keep it moving.
Yeah,
and then so just adjust your template so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, attaboy. Cool. Sweet. All right, let's see. All blacks are at about 41. Oh, okay. Game time, man. Wow. Dude, I did not expect this to be good, man. Check it out. So downshift to 12, right? Downshift to 12 here, 61. And then we got that 25% off, right? And we've proven we can use Cardbear to gift card this further about 4% off, if not more, right? So we're here at 61. We want to take off 25%, and then we want to use that 4% off as well here, right? We can see current buy box. Oops, so that's 70, or what was it? My bad. I'm all screwed up on this math. 61, take off 25%, right? And then we take off 4%, right? Right there. All right, times 0.4 or times 0.96. Buy box is currently about $89.99 here, right? So it's about $22 profit, 51% ROI. However, the rank is a little bit higher, right? It is FBM friendly though, which is a good sign for beginners. So you can test really light. we want to see if this guy's moving. So this is actually an interesting example of an item where for like the past like 3 weeks, we've been chilling on this. There are people undercutting on it, but it's really important to note that sellers that aren't getting the buy box that are very cheap priced, it's typically due to being back ordered. So if we go here, I bet you that really cheap seller is pretty back ordered comparatively. Yeah, like we can see like this seller actually in the buy box is back ordered. Then there should be someone that's really cheap. Okay. Oh, that person that was really cheap recently.
21.26. How does that?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah. It's probably just a wide range of shipping, but we can see in terms of, the past 3 weeks here, we got 80, 75% chance of profitability here. We can see oscillation in the offer count. Another one of these higher margin products, especially when we're considering the cash back too, that, you might consider testing light if you just found something like this on your own. And the cool thing is too, like, if you're watching this, you're probably a beginner. You're going to get better at the skill of reading Cubic charts. You're going to learn more. You're going to meet more sellers. You're going to mastermind with new sellers. You're going to meet people on Twitter, Discord, Instagram, or wherever you decide to hang out, right? And it's going to make this process a lot quicker. You just have to be able to commit initially to doing it right now when it's hard. What color is this?
What's a good tool to manage your gift cards when not using the full amount? I would just use an Excel.
Yeah, Excel. Yeah.
That's important, right? Because you want to itemize your gift card, the number of the gift card, how much you spent, how much you started with, the orders, right? Because what happens is if anything starts to get canceled, you want to be able to track that back to a particular order to make sure that amount goes back to the gift card and you remember to use it again.
Yep. Absolutely. Cool. So we can see we got a couple good items so far. Obviously, not every product we look up is going to be good. We'll want to track down some more items here and see what we can do. Let's see. Red hoodie is there. Ooh, is this unisex too? Okay, yeah. Red Nike Sportswear hoodie. And appreciate all you guys being here too. Anyone watching on the replay, we really appreciate all the support. If you guys, got any questions, make sure to let us know in the comments. Hit us up on Instagram, DMs, Twitter DMs, etc. Right here. Okay, we got a whole mess of popping listings here. Let's see. And we're paying. So oh my gosh, they're all sold out. No. Okay. Damn, man. All right. I think the red ones were probably good because they're all sold out.
That's a gaudy looking sweatshirt though.
You wear that all the time.
Not the back.
Okay.
Right.
Let's see. Bright red Johns right here. Damn. None of the red ones expensive. There's a couple listings here though too. Extra. Oh, bang. Check it out. So very, very important lesson here. We have a profitable product, right? 45, 2K rank, lowest price 43. Now this guy doesn't have a buy box here, but we can see if this is in stock, this has been super stable for a while here, right? So what I want to do in this case is I want to scroll down here, right? And I want to go ahead and add this to what's called an out of stock spreadsheet in SellerAmp so that we're obviously putting all this time in to do product research to find good products. We might as well maximize the lifetime value of these leads over time, right? And that comes from staying organized, right? And putting this in an out of stock sheet to come back to it in the future. So just one click exports out and you can set that up. In SellerAmp, you want to have like an out of stock sheet, back to school, Q4, maybe replens, any favorite sites and such, right? Is really, really important. And then what you do from here is you could open up the other sellers here, storefront stock to find more leads and such, right? So let's keep rolling here.
Where the 25% of you are talking about come from? I think was that just
right
the Valentine's
here.
Day sale?
Yeah. Early Valentine's Day sale, man. Yeah, right there. And then we're also looking into using discounted gift cards from Card Bear and Top Cashback as well to add additional profit margins.
Do you use Keeper Product Finder often? We both do. Yeah, I have a ton of good Keeper.
Yeah, check out Garrett's stuff for that, man, for sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think I could see this being good here with baseball. Okay. Wow. So in C, yeah, look at that. So last year the sales rank dropped during baseball season and softball season, which makes perfect sense here.
Yeah, the price went up to 60.
Went up to the moon. Yeah, what was up with that? And so what are we paying? We're paying a little expensive here, like 24. Oh, damn, these are actually a W. Wow. Yeah, look at that. I mean, a white large is 51 lowest. Now it's no buy box, right? But we're gonna need to make sure we see movement here. But I mean, this is looking pretty bullish here. Like we can see, got the tabs on the sides there. So we can see, yeah, check it out. So this is a weird skew where the volume is not great looking at it's actually not good at all looking at the rank, but people have made money on these. Like people have sold out at prices where we would need to be to achieve profitability here. So obviously up to you based on velocity criteria, not something I would buy, but I'm also finding tons of other leads really easy because I've been doing this for a while.
Oh, Pete's still in the cause. Pete's still with us. Hey, did you drive all the way up?
We did. Yeah. They were there for a while, man. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I got a good feeling about this, man. This guy, I could see being good on eBay too. Okay. All right. And we got any colors here? Oh, game time. Dude, check it out. Okay. So I have a feeling this is probably a newer listing, so the rank might be high. Okay, so it's 450K, right? Damn, it's high comp too. Okay. So perfect example of the type of listing we do not want to sell, my friends. We are profitable on this, but the competition is shooting up right there. So we want to avoid that.
Quite a bit, like 5x.
Yeah, like people, it's like that might have been on.
And so that's a scenario where it's like the buy box hasn't reacted yet, but inevitably it probably will over the next couple weeks. Yeah, Matt. So typically Amazon, unfair, fair, whatever it is, usually uses the buy box to kind of dictate the different markets. Right? If they're unhappy with the price point of a particular product, a lot of times they'll shut off the buy box in an effort to kind of drive down that buy box back down, right? Because remember, from a repricing perspective, the Amazon rewards the lowest prime, lowest FBA offer, right? That's how there's no rotation with the buy box. Amazon knows all this, right? So as a seller, right, if I'm going to buy something with no buy box, right, you have to go click into see all offers. And as a seller, as a consumer, right, you are pretty much looking for the prime badge and the lowest offer, right? Which
yeah, another one that's my bad. I didn't see, speaking of, another one that's not good right here. Cool. So if you guys are just watching this, like what you want to do from here is just take into account the types of items we're looking at and such, right? The themes, right? We only looked at women's in this one. Like if we put in men's, we can put in boys. There's obviously going to be lots of other websites that have deals going too, right? You want to use these principles and put them into practice. If you're a complete beginner, it doesn't really make sense to do manual sourcing though, like we're doing, manually going through website. You should primarily be focused on the storefront stalking method right there, because that's going to only show you pre-vetted leads, and it's going to start to teach you what types of items do well on Amazon and your favorite suppliers, and then it's going to make sense to do manual sourcing as well. Cool, sweet. It's a good sesh. Cool, let's keep ripping Q&A here. You guys like the live sourcing? In Kentucky right now, test run was a success. We'll go back down. Damn, congrats, that's awesome. Yeah, yep. Soul Safari, man, it says it right on the checkout page. It's just a coupon they got going on right now. Can we get some W's in the chat if you guys like that stuff? Because I'll do like a ton of these, man, if you guys are having fun with it, because then I can repurpose the content, for more videos and such, like just long form on the channel here.
Learning a lot between yesterday and today. Thanks for dropping the knowledge, fellas. Of course.
Dude, of course, man. Yeah.
Good to have you here. Hope you stick around. Jenny's a long-time vet.
Just copy the existing listings from top sellers. Now that's definitely easier said than done, but the cool thing is with Amazon arbitrage, you're selling on listings that a bunch of other people are selling on. So if you're able to find stuff profitable, for sure. Would love to see some sourcing on other categories. Yeah, man. So it's a lot harder for other categories. Typically, that's definitely a limiting belief. We like these big brands to start just because it's only a couple ungates that expose you guys to tens of thousands of good listings.
Yeah.
And these items are carried on lots of different websites. So for example, if you want to go do beauty stuff, you're going to have to compete with wholesalers. It's going to be a lower average sale price. So it's going to be harder to scale. And the inventory is predominantly going to be coming exclusively from the brand websites. Therefore, it's easier to source, but you can't source it all the time because they don't always have discounts going on, right? So for Valentine's, it's a great idea, right? Best way to scale from 10K a month to 30K a month, dude, I could get you there. Like if you join my mentorship program, like I put you on heavy in terms of getting going with that stuff. But it's buying more inventory, man. You already know the basics, right? It's either only two ways to grow the business, right? Sell more of what you're already selling, find new products to sell. Literally the only two ways.
Yeah.
How do you personally most efficiently storefront stock? You just do it a lot, man. So you get better at it, right? You take a look at only your favorite brands. You know about the different coupons that exist on certain websites, and it just makes your life a lot easier.
The lack of wholesale competition when it comes to Nike, Adidas, stuff like that, that's underrated, like a huge factor. Because really the only way someone's going to beat you on price is like a place like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, which is not going to have quantity, or just like a sale that pops up, which unfortunately is not much you can do. But it's a huge aspect of kind of why we push clothing and apparel on new beginners. There's so much opportunity. And
then you're going to move into other stuff over time as you get better. It just really, in my opinion, it's not super feasible as a beginner to be sourcing from brands that only come from one website, because therefore there might be a 3-week period where you can't buy anything in that brand, and then you just wasted time on gating it. You feel discouraged. You don't see a ton of opportunity. Yeah, man. So we got a couple of different options in terms of help. I'll put the link down below. With shoes, do you guys find more profitable shoes with RA or OA? RA is more profitable, but it on a percentage basis, but it also takes substantially more time. So it kind of just depends what you're optimizing for, man.
And what's around, right? If you're someone that lives in maybe Orlando that has 7 different Nike outlets within 20 minutes, that's a huge opportunity, right? If you live in the middle of nowhere like Pete does, that's probably not so much where it's retail arbitrage is a feasible proposition.
But that's the key, though, is Wisconsin against all odds is in the is in the top of per capita,
We got Max Body in the cup.
I was just FaceTiming, bro. Bro said unbelievable. I'm brand new. Is 1,000 good to start? Yeah, dude, right? Start with whatever you got, right? Obviously, the more money, the merrier. But if you don't have money, that's exactly why you need to go hard. Thought I was. That's good banter. That's good banter. So Pete's doing the Philadelphia Marathon, right?
Yeah.
When is it?
November. The week after Thanksgiving, I think, or the week before, week after, one of the two.
It's got to be before. I mean, you can't leave the mission like you can't leave the mission.
Yeah, you're right. It is before. You're right.
Yeah. Difference between OA and wholesale product. Honestly, it's just where it's coming from, right? Like there's a lot of overlap. Like you're not really going to be able to wholesale Nike stuff, but like you can totally wholesale, beauty products, just more supply chain based. 11/24. Okay. I mean, we can work with that, Pete, as long as you're back in the game like 48 hours after. Yeah.
Miles wants you in the saddle 2 hours after.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's risky leaving the mission like that. Yeah. Crack the whip back into the gym. Yeah. Facts. Absolute facts right there.
Pete's been in the lab though. I see him. He's running. He's
been sun maxing. He's been sun maxing. He's been
heavy.
Sunscreen avoiding. Yep. I'm running a USA Amazon store, but live overseas. How do I handle returns? So I would talk to some other overseas sellers in terms of how they handle it specifically, but I'm sure they get sent somewhere,
I think some prep centers definitely handle returns for you. And you can probably have them like listed on eBay or something like that.
Yeah.
Jenny, if you're fast, you only miss 2 hours. Is there a certain profit margin percentage or threshold you stick to? Yeah, for OA stuff, it's really probably above like 15%, 16%, somewhere in that range. Probably like 30, 25% ROI. Once you start getting lower than like 10, 12% margin with OA, it's just more risky. There's less wiggle room for market oscillation, volatility, that sort of thing. So like 15% is kind of like a good threshold to shoot for. But again, like instead of just like tracking a specific margin, I would just look for products that bring a certain amount of value to your business, right? Whether it's 1,000 a month, 500 a month, a couple hundred a month, whatever it is, use that as your metric, right? Because that's going to kind of combine your velocity and profitability into one value metric, right? So you can start to compare products that don't move fast that sell a bunch, products that move fast that don't sell for a lot of profit, and kind of bring those all into the picture in a kind of a common denominator fashion.
Chad scaling, clicking buy now. Yeah, exactly. Yes. You need to be buying.
Yeah, I've been locked in.
Vibes.
I'm from Pakistan. Very helpful for your videos, and also watch Buy Box Bandits. What's up? Thanks for the support, my dog.
Any prep center recommendations? Been FBA over a year with books and OA, starting to travel a lot for work. Middle of city port. Oh, facts, bro. So Eric, man, the best way is going to be just a referral from someone in the community. I'd recommend going on the Clear the Shelf website, which is our homie Chris website. He's like a gigantic list.
Garrett says speaks and you feel stupid, bro. Get with myself. That's good banter. Well, lemonade in the cup. What's in the cup? Gatorade.
A little lemonade. Yeah, a little lemonade. I didn't run that play in a minute, but I got not a ton of sleep last night. But we're back in the game. Cool, sweet. So we'll be on a couple more minutes, guys. Any questions you guys got, please let us know. We'd love to help.
Private chat.
No, not that actually. No sleep. Cool, sweet. doesn't have Garmin and track sleep. No, that's for nerds, man. You just need sun maxing, and exercise.
Emphasis. Are we balling today? What's the strap for us today?
I really might, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Well, the chat's getting a little wild here. So we're going to hop off for today. Check out the video I posted today for a complete beginner, and then a bunch of good links for you guys in the description. Free training, as well as the Auto One Gate list, free course. And then if you're interested in like really working with me one-on-one, just a mentorship link as well and such. So make sure you follow Garrett on the socials. Love you guys. And I'll probably stream one-on-one with you guys later today at like 5 p.m. too and such. Be great. Love y'all.